The Inner Blueprint, 5 Pillars for a Life That Matters. In the world we live in, overflowing with information, distractions, and surface-level validation, it's becoming harder to hear the voice within. We're trained to chase results, compare timelines, and define our worth by external standards. But fulfillment doesn't come from achievements alone. It emerges from alignment. When how you live reflects who you truly are, that's when life feels meaningful. This article is not a list of cliches or quick motivational fixes. It is an invitation to rebuild your internal foundation. It's a map back to yourself, built around 5 essential pillars that hold up every fulfilled life: mindset, discipline, time, relationships, and purpose. If you're willing to slow down, go deep, and reflect, not just scroll, this may help you shift the way you see everything. And in that shift, you may begin to reclaim your life. Mindset, the frame that shapes everything. You cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. Joyce Meyer. Your mindset isn't just the way you think, it's the lens through which you experience reality. 2 people can go through the same event and walk away with 2 entirely different interpretations, reactions, and long-term outcomes. Why? Because of mindset. A strong mindset isn't about constant optimism or denial of problems. It's about mental resilience, the ability to face difficulty without collapsing, to stand firm in storms without pretending they don't exist. The silent power of thought. Every action starts with a thought. Every habit stems from repeated thought patterns. If you don't actively choose how to think, you'll be programmed by the environment around you. And in today's world, that means fear, comparison, distraction, and doubt. Your mind is like a garden. Leave it unattended, and weeds will grow. Nurture it intentionally, and you'll shape a life worth living. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become behavior. Behavior becomes destiny. Choosing response over reaction. We often assume external events dictate how we feel. But between what happens and how we react is a powerful space, choice. And in that choice lies your growth or your suffering. When someone insults you, do you carry it all day or release it after 5 minutes? When a plan fails, do you spiral or strategize? Your strength isn't in avoiding stress, it's in how you respond to it. A calm, conscious response is always more powerful than an impulsive reaction. Self-talk and inner dialogue. The most consistent voice you'll hear is your own. So ask yourself, is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it empowering? Too many people lose battles they never had to fight because their self-talk was laced with doubt before they even began. Confidence doesn't always come from evidence, sometimes it comes from belief. Speak to yourself not as a critic, but as a coach. Not with cruelty, but with clarity. Building a resilient inner world. Life will test you. There will be loss, betrayal, disappointment, and uncertainty. You can't control every wave, but you can learn how to surf. Develop rituals that protect your mental health. Journaling, meditation, physical movement, silence, nature. Whatever helps you return to your center, make it sacred. A resilient mind isn't built in emergencies, it's built in daily practice. The gift of mental flexibility. Finally, a strong mindset is not rigid, It's adaptive. Don't confuse stubbornness with strength. True mental power lies in adjusting without breaking, in learning without ego, and in changing your beliefs when new truth arrives. The strongest trees aren't the ones that never move. They're the ones that bend with the wind and return upright when the storm ends. Discipline, the engine of transformation. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Abraham Lincoln. If mindset is the blueprint of your life, discipline is the construction team. It is what turns vision into structure, intention into action, and dreams into results. Discipline isn't glamorous. It doesn't post on social media. It doesn't give you dopamine. But it gives you something far more powerful: ownership of your own life. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. Most people mistake discipline for restriction. But the truth is the opposite. Discipline liberates you from chaos, regret, and self-sabotage. It gives you a rhythm. It builds momentum. It teaches you to follow through on your own promises, and that's how self-respect grows. The most dangerous thing in the world isn't failure. It's potential wasted by distraction. The myth of motivation. We're taught to wait for motivation, like it's some divine lightning bolt that will strike and propel us forward. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes with your mood. Discipline, however, is permanent. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to begin. Because action creates momentum, and momentum eventually creates motivation. That's the secret. Start first. The feeling follows. Build the system, not the excuse. Discipline isn't a grand act. It's 1,000 small decisions made daily. Waking up when you said you would. Finishing the last 10 minutes of your workout. Saying no to the easy things so you can say yes to your future self. Excuses are always available. So are results. You just can't have both. Emotional discipline, acting over reacting. Discipline isn't just physical. It's emotional. Can you hold your tongue when anger flares up? Can you stick to your decision even when doubt creeps in? Can you say no to momentary pleasure in favor of long-term gain? The ability to delay gratification is one of the clearest indicators of success. Winners embrace discomfort today so they can live with strength tomorrow. The compounding effect of self-trust. Discipline isn't just about getting things done. It's about building self-trust. Every time you do what you said you'd do, you send a message to your brain: I can count on myself. That's how confidence is built. Not through applause. Through alignment. Pillar 3, time, the currency of a life well spent. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Michael Altshuler. There's a secret most people discover too late. Time is not money. It's more valuable than money. You can always earn more cash. You can never earn back a lost hour, a wasted year, or a neglected dream. Time is a mirror of your priorities. If you say family matters but you're too busy to eat with them. If you say health matters but you never move your body. If you say growth matters but your free time goes to endless scrolling. It's not a time problem, it's a values problem. Time doesn't lie, it reveals. Focus is the new intelligence. In a world designed to fragment your attention, focus is a superpower. The ability to focus for long periods, on one thing, with intention, is rare. But it's trainable. Multitasking is a myth. Learn to guard your focus like a gatekeeper. Not every fire is your emergency. The myth of not enough time. Time scarcity is often a result of priority confusion. You're not too busy. You're too scattered. Real power comes from subtraction, not addition. You don't need more time. You need less distraction, fewer commitments, and clearer intentions. Live by design, not by default. Hope is not a strategy. Intention is. Design your day to reflect what matters most. Block time. Build buffers. Plan your life like it matters, because it does. Every day is a life in miniature. How you live your days is how you live your life. Every morning is a new page. You don't control the length of your book, but you do control the quality of each page. Pillar 4, relationships, the people who shape your soul. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. Relationships are not just a part of life, they define the shape of your life. Who you allow close will either nourish your soul or slowly drain your joy. The influence of proximity. You become what you absorb. Choose people who lift your standards. Surround yourself with people who speak truth, not just comfort. The power of boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're the foundation of self-respect. Every time you say yes to something draining, you say no to something important. Healing from toxic connections. Letting go doesn't mean hate. It means choosing peace. Walking away is not weakness, it's wisdom. Cultivating meaningful connection. Great relationships are built on vulnerability and intention. Show up. Stay consistent. Be real. That's where depth lies. Be the person you're looking for. You attract what you reflect. Be someone others trust, admire, and feel safe around. Become the example, not just the seeker. Purpose, the deep why behind it all. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. Purpose gives weight to life. It transforms activity into meaning. Purpose is built, not found. You build it by living with intention, contribution, and reflection. The myth of finding purpose. It begins when you stop asking, "What do I want?" and start asking, "What does life want from me?" Meaning through contribution. Purpose doesn't need a platform. You don't need millions to matter. A quiet act of kindness can carry more purpose than the loudest speech. Pain is part of purpose. Purpose turns wounds into wisdom. Use your suffering to serve. Use your mistakes to mentor. You don't have to be perfect to be impactful, you just have to be honest. Living on purpose, every day. Courage over comfort. Truth over popularity. Progress over perfection. Living with purpose is built through daily intention, not grand declarations. The echo you leave behind. Legacy is not built at the end of your life. It's built now, in your choices, your presence, your truth. Be the reason someone believes in goodness again. Conclusion, putting it all together. Mindset, discipline, time, relationships, purpose. Strengthen one, and the others rise. Neglect one, and the others suffer. These 5 pillars are not theory. They're tools, lived out daily. They will shape your life from the inside out. You don't have to master everything today. Just begin. Practice. Reflect. Try again. You were not born to live numb. You were made to grow. to give, to create, to impact, and most of all, to live wide awake.